Oh, hi everyone. Goodness gracious. Hi everyone. Dr. Victoria Scribble here, speaking to you from the Caesar Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. And I thought I'd do a reading on Harvey Weinstein. I think today is closing arguments in his trial. And if he is found guilty, there's a possibility of spending the rest of his life in prison. So let's see how this is going to go for Mr. Weinstein. We haven't really heard that much about, well, I haven't heard. I mean, don't have my finger on the pulse of everything. But there doesn't seem to be much room in the news for anything else but perhaps the political stuff. All right. Let's see, Harvey. Okay. Okay, the situation. Oops. Yep. I think we could stop here. So the immediate environment is something has come to an end. Something has come to an end. Let's see what's crossing that. The Four of Wands. I don't know what that is yet. Let's continue and see. What's at the root of this? The Queen of Cups. So this is the feminine rising. This is the energy of and the power of the feminine. And I always kind of connect this card with the United States, the sense of the feminine in the United States. So at the root of this is feminine power. Let's see what's in the past. Judgment, being held accountable, people waking up to the truth about him. In the sky, we have the King of Cups. He is a Pisces, so this could be him. It's interesting that the Queen is below and the King is up top in this reading. I don't know who his lawyers are. I'm surprised Dershowitz wasn't his lawyer. He seems to like all these guys, right? Let's see what's in the immediate future. So choices. Choice will be made. How it's seen from the outside. He's in big trouble. Domestic situation. King of Pentacles. He still has friends with a lot of money that sort of support him. Hopes and fears. Heartbreak. So an outcome. We have the Prince of Pentacles. The Prince of Pentacles is about waiting for the seeds that you planted to come to fruition. And certainly he's planted plenty of seeds that are now sort of coming to fruition for him. We have the Prince of Swords, so that's two princes. The Nine of Pentacles, the moneyed elite, and the Princess of Wands. This is messages. This is messages. All right, no major arcana except not to end anyway. And the Four of Cups. So I do believe he's going to pay for what he did. Will he get life imprisonment? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I don't think so because I think he still has plenty of people in power that he is friends with. And I think that somehow they protected his money, or he protected his own money in this situation. But this being here, okay, so here are the three cards underneath. So we do have Justice here. So I'm not sure he's going to get life imprisonment. I think he is going to go to prison. I think it's going to be an awful experience for him. Um, and then if he does get out of prison, for all intents and purposes, his life is over. His life is over. Um, his days of being in power and in charge are done. And that was the first card, the Ten of Swords, coming up. So as far as the rise and fall of Harvey Weinstein, he has definitely fallen, and he's fallen and he's not going to get up. But I don't know if justice will be served, but I think that it's going to be a little disappointing for those people who really want to see him go to jail forever. So that's the reading. But there's always cosmic justice. There's always cosmic justice, and this is I think the challenge here with this Four of Wands is that they want to have, like, people want to have a complete reason to party, and it's just not going to work out exactly as they had hoped. So that's what I see. That was a quick reading, but when you start with the Ten of Swords, there's not much else you can say about that. Let's see, is there anything? Okay, so while we're on the subject of creepy guys, let's just do a quick look at Epstein. I know he's dead. I know that they probably killed him. Is there anything that's going to come out about Epstein that we need to be aware of? Any more information? Any of that coming up? Let's see. Epstein. The Epstein case. What are we going to see from the Epstein case, if anything? It's interesting. What is that? Ghislaine? She's still out there. She's not in jail, right? Okay, let's see. Epstein. I mean, I figure while I'm sort of dipping my toe in the muck, I might as well, dip 2 toes in the muck. There's more gonna. What else are we gonna find out with the whole Epstein thing? Okay. Oops, sorry. Ooh. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. I don't know where my camera is. So the ten of wands. So there's there's a lot of burdens here. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of stories that somebody is holding on to, but it's weighing them down. It's weighing them down. And let's see what the challenge is with that. Okay. So the challenge is this. I feel like there's information that's weighing somebody down, and who's ever holding on to this information, it's becoming very depressive. It's becoming very depressive. And even though the person sort of lives in what would be considered luxury, there's no emotional satisfaction. There's no emotional satisfaction. And I feel like Spirit is offering a way out. Spirit is offering a gift, but this person is not looking at the gift. Let's see what's underneath. Okay, so things are hung up. There's still things that there's the power to really go after this, and I think look deeper into this is hung up. I feel like there's this sense of things hung up. I have a theory in my head, but I'm not going to say at this point. Okay, in the past we have the dirty money here, or the dark money. In this case, I don't always read this as dark money, but in this case it's true. These are a bunch of rich people sort of working together on this. And it was not just a morally reprehensible thing to do, and a terribly uh, um, um, just morally reprehensible. And just, as a human being, you don't do this to young girls, right? Um, but it was also big money making in this. So let's see what's in the sky. Okay, we have the rich. Okay, so there is still, this might be just Ghislaine Maxwell here. Yep, I think she's up and around. So she's still out there. As long as she's out there, and this might be about her. This might be about her. Let's see what's in the future. Oh, the Fool. Okay, so there is going to be some kind of change. There is going to be some sort of leap of faith. My first thought, I was wondering if she was going to jump. I don't know. How it's seen from the outside. Yeah, change. Something needs to change. The domestic situation. Destitution. Okay, this might be about her. Hopes and fears. Money. Yeah, well, if you're destitute, you hope for money. An outcome. Okay, so this is somebody who is cloistered away, somebody who is sort of resting, kind of dead in a way, but not physically dead, just sort of like not able to show your face, kind of dead. Let's see what else we got here. We got the Ten of Pentacles, family money, the Prince of Pentacles, waiting for harvest of seeds you've planted, which may or may not be good. And then the Four of Wands, celebration. Let's see what's underneath this. The Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands being, and let's see what else we got here. We'll pick three. The Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So I would say that ultimately there's going to be some things are going to be at some point. Things are going to be revealed. At some point, I think she will be held responsible, and she will be looked at and prosecuted for her part. It looks like it's going to be a female who does the prosecution. It'll be interesting to see if the Democrats, or when the Democrats win the White House in 2021, who they put in charge of the AG, because I feel like there is a connection to the current AG around this situation. I think he holds a lot of information. I think he holds a lot of things back. I think it's part of the reason that he's doing or seems to be looking so bad physically. And a lot of the readers and the psychics say that he's physically ill. But you can't hold on to this kind of energy forever without it having negatively affect you. It's kind of like the that book, The Portrait of Dorian Gray, where the portrait just gets grosser and grosser and the guy stays young, except the guy's not looking too young, so you can imagine what the portrait looks like. Yeah, so I feel like, this being underneath, and the Ten of Wands being at the first card we got, it's like at some point the wands are just going to be thrown and all the information is going to come out. And there's going to be, and I think the information is going to be about who he was in relationship with. And I don't think it's just her. I don't think it's just Ghislaine Maxwell that we're talking about here. I think it's about many of the relationships that he had. I know that where he had his island, was that the Virgin Islands? That they are actually going they're doing investigations. So, you know, a very interesting read. At the moment, things are going to, um, things are kind of staying the same, but over the next 6 weeks, there's going to be some sort of leap of faith, change. Something's going to come up. Something's going to come up. And then ultimately, I think his associations will be exposed. But I wouldn't expect it to happen very, very quickly. That's going to take some time. I'm concerned. This might be too much for Ms. Maxwell to handle. And I think she might be in a place where she wants to jump out a window. Now, I'm not sure she's going to, but perhaps she just wants to start a new life and put this all behind her. But I'm not sure I'm not sure if she can actually do that unless she just picks another life to live. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. Wow. That's enough. It's enough of that stuff. 2 toes into that. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.